So throw your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again, 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 again. Me and my whole crew, we live with no rules. Let's get this started again, again. So if you feel like me too, there's only one thing to do. Let's go. Pay down, call the taxi cab. Got a case in the fridge and a bottle at the crib. Let's all get twisted, double fisting, drink up, no resisting. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy MS Racing 42, aka Nathan Statement here, and welcome everyone to North Wilkesboro Speedway for race number 14 of the season for season number 2 of the NIRA Red Bull Cup Series. Here tonight, it is going to be only a 60 lap race, a very short race here tonight at North Wilkesboro. It's going to be a shootout, and it will be the it will be the Advent Health 400. So, like I said, there's just 3 races left to go before the chase for the championship begins at Indianapolis. And these guys have to get after it here in these next 3 races, North Wilkesboro, Kansas, and Auto Club, if they want to have a shot at the championship starting at Indy. We're going to see a lot of being and banging here tonight. Short track tempers will most likely flare, and chaos will ensue here at North Wilkesboro. Here is the point standings and the drivers that are locked into the playoffs as of now, with 3 races left in the season. Matthew Halford, he starts on the podium here tonight, and he is one of 3 drivers that have 2 wins on the season. Hartford, Russell, and Ray have 2 wins this season. South, Lopez, Bishop, Brock, Kentucky runner Angel Bear, and Mark Davidson all have 1 win. Mark Davidson comes into this race only 3 points above 30 from points, so barely he is in, but he can't have a bad day or he will be right back outside the top 30 in points and will not be in the chase anymore. Ryan Kendall, 43 points back. The interesting thing about Ryan Kendall is that if he is more than 43 points, if he has a greater than the 43 point gap on 16th and 17th in points, then Ryan Kendall will lock himself into the chase fever on points. So that would be pretty amazing if he could do that. Bobby Frazier is right behind him in the 11th, 25 points back. James Nelson, 22 points back. Quinton Moore, 20 points back. Trey White, 15 points back. Ben Clark, 11 points back. And Travis Grantham by 1 point. It's that 16th and final spot into the chase. Ace Garcia is the first one out, 1 point behind Travis Grantham. Nathan Vaden is 8 points back. Sebastian Kuklon is 12 points back, and Luke May is 15 points back. And then, Adam Garcia is also 16 points back. No, Clifton, Garcia and Clifton are both 16 points back, and Tar is 18 points back. But then after that, it gets a little bit more iffy if you can make it in on points. Tyler Fink, 31 points back. Colton Yale, 33 points back. Andrew Miller, 39 points back. And so is John Andrews, also 39 points back. Sean Richardson, 44 points back. Christian Fargas, 53 points back. And Jose Mills, 58 points back. And Pat Smith, I mentioned about him earlier. I might not have, but he is 36 on points. He's not had a good season since he won early on this season, and he's 20 points behind 30th in points right now. So he needs to get after it, or he will not make it into the chase, even though he won. He has to get in. He must be in the top 30 in points, and right now, he isn't. So, yeah, with that being said, let's get these 40 cars rolling off for race number 14 of the season in the Rebel Cup Series, and for the Advent Health 400 at North Wilkesboro. Let's go racing retro style here tonight at North Wilkesboro, baby.
Drivers, start your engines.
And the engines have been fired here at North Wilkesboro, and we will all get rolling off, so that's the fifth sign. Only 60 laps, like I said. It's going to be a short one, a sprint race here tonight at North Wilkesboro. On the front row is Matthew Alford and Larry Hagan, Quinton Moore, and Colton Yo. And Nathan Fain, and Travis Crampton, Yepes, and Elson, and Stapleton, and Angel Oliveira. And we are racing for the Advent Health 400 at North Wilkesboro. Matthew Hartford leads lap number 1 here at North Wilkesboro. Larry Hagan in second, Quinton Moore in third, trying to get third at least from Colton Yo. So we realize it's going to be a bad thing here tonight, especially off of turn number 4. And we always see lots of 3 wide going on throughout the field. Oh, Ace Garcia and Josh South being Bane back there. We're going to see that all night long. It is a short track, so being in Bane will happen. Right now, it is Matthew Alford leading in that number 11. With Joe Gibbs Racing trying to get his 3rd win of the season. What a rookie season that it's been for this driver of the number 11. So there, Hagan, he would like not have to worry about points and just get a win in one of these next 3 races, and that's what he's going to try to do, and he's maintaining that gap between himself and Hartford at the moment. Quinton Moore is in 3rd, Faden in 4th, and Stapleton in 5th. The gap closed ever so slightly last time by between the top 2. Passing's going to be a little bit difficult to do here tonight, but it can be done. Hartford, he's running a little bit wide. That might be a little bit too wide. Larry Hagan gained a lot of speed in 1 and 2 that time. Hartford gets a better 3 and 4 than what he did it in 1 and 2. Gets a little bit better in first half of the track, better than last lap. But this time he screws up 3 and 4, and here comes Larry Hagan sideways off of turn number 4, and he can't get his nose to stick underneath number 11 of Matthew Alford. And with these top 2 closing, with the top 2 racing for the race lead, that's allowing Quinton Moore to close in this 96. Honestly, I don't know where Quinton Moore's came from, but he's been super consistent recently, and he's only 20 points. Well, he's 20 points to the good right now, so he's just trying to get a good one here tonight, but obviously he would love to get a win and lock himself into the playoffs. Stapleton, though, I'm pretty sure that he's in a must-win situation right now, outside the top 30 in points. Faden, he just needs to have a good one here tonight as well. Same with Quinton Moore. Right now it's been all Matthew overlaying all 11 laps so far in this number 11 car. This is a short race wheel all the way 1/6 of the way through here in the Advent Health 400. The Hartford keeps on running a little bit high, but it's working out for him, because that one time when Hagen tried to get passing him, he couldn't and he got loose. Patrick Smith not having a good day at all, right now sitting in 37th. If he finishes all the way back here, then that might just take him out of contention to make it into the playoffs, even though he has that win. Playwright, he does not need to have a bad day. He's only 15 points to the good. William Block, he already has a win, but you don't want this to happen here. Noah Clifton, he's been on a tear lately. He's deep in the field. Kuklon, he's trying to get his way up through the points, and right now he's deep in the field as well. And of course, while I was looking at the back of the field, we have a new race leader, Larry Hagen, in the number 43. And it looks like Colton Young, and now Quentin Moore in the 96 is going to take second away from Matthew Alford. And we have a caution. Oh no, Trey White, Patrick Smith, and Josephine O'Neill all involved. First caution of the night on lap 18. And Trey White might be done. That's a lot of damage on that 15. Not the race that he wanted to have. Only 15 points above the cutoff. Man, and that car is drunk, and he is done for the night. And he's going to finish in last here tonight at North Wilkesboro. Smith is going to stay out though, so damn isn't too bad for him to pit. But tough wait for Trey White, Patrick Smith, and Josephine O'Neill. Larry Hagen won the race back to the line. Let's see what happened that brought out the first caution of the night here in the Advent Health 400 at North Wilkesboro. So this is what happened coming off of turn number 4. John Andrews went up the racetrack, clipped the 38. Andrews just a light tap into the outside wall. And I believe that's the 51 of Chris Salvet that clipped Josephine O'Neill, and that forced the 38 into the inside wall back and first. And then watch Trey White right here, nowhere to go, and just, well, bam! Big hit, flips Josephine O'Neill upside down. Only does one rollover, and then Patrick Smith didn't get that much damage, just a light tap. He should be A-okay. But Trey White is definitely done for, and Josephine O'Neill, she might be able to keep on racing, but we just have to wait and see. Take another look at it here. Yeah, John Andrews just went up the track, got loose off 4, Salvet nowhere to go. This could have been a lot worse, but nowhere to go for Trey White or Patrick Smith. A tough wait for everyone that was involved. And the first crash of the night here in the Advent Health 400 is going to take out Trey White and maybe Josephine O'Neill here in this one. Welcome back here at North Wilkesboro for the Advent Health 400. Josephine O'Neill is still racing. She is one lap down. Trey White is out, and Sean Richardson had a problem under caution, and he had to pit. Here we go, back racing a third of the way through in the Advent Health 400. Back green on lap 23. And Quentin Moore tried getting to the inside. Right there, right away on the restart on Larry Hagen. but can't get it done quite yet. Larry Hagan almost won the Daytona 500 back in the beginning of the season, but until recently, we haven't seen him up front. But this rookie has had a solid season up to this point, and he wants to try and make it into the chase via a win. He really intense back there with Josephine O'Neill, 3 wide. But right now the top 3 are gone, and Stapleton is trying to close in. Actually, the top 4 have a little bit of a gap on 5th place. Oh man, almost contact between Quentin Moore and Larry Hagan. Quentin Moore looks to the inside. Hagan trying to make that second lane work. We've seen it off and on here tonight with that second lane, but I don't think it's gonna work in Hagan's favor. And new race leader Quentin Moore in the number 96. Matthew back up to second now in that number 11. We saw that on that long one. Later on in that one, his car faded. But now, with it being a new one, maybe his car has came back to life for him. Stapleton up to 3rd now, but Hagan trying to do a crossover on Stapleton, but can't get there. And here comes 2 Penske teammates and an Alliance teammate, Coutinho, Travis Crampton, and Jose Mills. And then there's Christian Russell as well. So all 3 Penske cars and the Alliance teammate of Jose Mills are all inside the top 10 right now. Strong showing from the Team Penske. But right now, it's all Quentin Moore, and next time by we will always be halfway through the Advent Health 400. Quentin Moore starting to pull away a little bit in this number 96. He might be a championship threat. He's been quiet all season, but he's starting to come to life. Stapleton now going to take second away from Hartford. Hartford goes way wide. Stapleton all the way down on the right line. One of the few times that we've seen someone on the right line, and the caution's out once again. And it's Josephine O'Neill once again, and Quentin Moore will win the race back to the line. And Luke Rainey is destroyed on that number 6 and almost gets turned by his teammate. Stephen Thompson with some damage. Andrew Miller with damage. And we saw the 72 get some damage. And Josephine O'Neill. She was probably the cause of this caution. And she is once again on pit road. It was Quentin Moore that won the race back to the line. Let's see what happened to cause the second caution of the night here in the Advent Health 400 here in the Red Bull Cup Series. Here we go. This is what happened. Andrew Miller washed up the track in 3 and 4. Made slight contact with the 51 of Chris Salvet. Forced him into the inside wall. And then back up the track, nowhere to go for Christian Vargas, Patrick Zyke. No, I'm Tyler Fink, Stephen Thompson, Patrick Smith with a little bit of damage, Luke Rainey with some damage, Josephine O'Neill ran into the back of William Block, and then Kashawn Richardson in the 31, nowhere to go, just barely clips Josephine O'Neill, and a bad night for Kashawn Richardson. He always had to come to pit road under that last caution, and that's why he fell back towards the back of the field, and now he's involved here in the big one at North Wilkesboro. Take another look at this, and the Miller, just washed up the track into the inside wall. Tried saving it, but couldn't, and bounced back into everyone else. And because this track is so narrow, they just didn't have anywhere to go, and that just spoke to the big one here at North Wilkesboro. Tough way for everyone involved, but that's just the nature of short track racing, and especially here at North Wilkesboro. Welcome back here at North Wilkesboro. Kashawn Richardson and Luke Wayne are both out, and now Josephine O'Neill is 2 laps down. She did have no back bumper, and now she has no hood and front bumper. Back green here at North Wilkesboro. And what a restart from Quinton Moore in that 96. I'm losing my voice here. Oh man, if Josephine O'Neill was not a problem before, she's gonna be an even bigger problem now. Quinton Moore won in the 3rd lane and 1 and 2 that time. Trying to get something going. These guys are not gonna have to pit. At least they shouldn't have to pit here unless they have damage. And Josh South, the Daytona 500 is on pit road. Issue for Josh South. Tough play for him in the number 9 Napa Chevy. Right now, it's been the main 4 all race long. Quinton Moore, Nathan Sapton, Larry Hagan, and Matt Fields with the top 4. That's not by 20 laps to go here in the Advent Health 400. Jose Mills now up to 5th in the number 21. James Ellison is in 6th. Ben Crouch in 7th. Coutinho in 8th. Archer Bishop having a great one here tonight. Currently in 9th. And Adam Garcia in 10th. Travis Clinton in 11th. That's exactly what he needs to do. Get a top 10, top 15 one going. And the man of the night, Ryan Kendall, if he gets a top 10 or even a top 15, depending on how everything shakes out, he could clinch a spot in the chase. Just just by points in the Wacken, Stapleton, Haken, Hartford. It's the big one. The whole field's clogged. The whole track is clogged. Sebastian Kuklon is done. Holy smokes. Noah Clifton has huge damage. Multiple cars involved. Eli Bright is destroyed. The 2 of Christian Russell has back end damage. Haken is destroyed. Stapleton is destroyed. Ben Crouch is done. Holy cow. Huge one here at North Wilkesboro. That all happened right when I was looking through the field. Why does it always happen that way? I don't know. Holy smokes. Short track tempers, short track racing. Man, oh man. Quinton Moore won the race back to the line. Let's see of what happened that brought out the 3rd caution of the night. And to see of what caused the huge one to strike here in North Wilkesboro for the Advent Health 400. Okay, so there's a lot to cover here. First, Quinton Moore went high and hit the outside wall. And then Stapleton got sideways and Hagen got even more sideways. Stapleton into the inside wall. Matthew Hartford ends up going to tap Stapleton a little bit. Right there. Ben Crouch gets a little bit of damage. And then the 18 of Avera, big hit from RJ Bishop. Avera was not, Kuklon was not clear, got turned into the inside wall. And then into the back end of the Hagen. And then Nathan Finn, Diego Yepes, and at this point the whole track was blocked basically. O'Neal turned Bobby Frazier, and then Steve Thompson, and then Patrick Smith ran into the back of William Brock, and there's nowhere to go for so many drivers. And just a tough break. The big one strikes here at North Wilkesboro, and I think it's gonna possibly knock out some drivers, not just the race, but also of the championship hopes here tonight. Following along with Nathan Stapleton, just got turned, and then just all hell broke loose. Hagen into the wall, Cook line into the wall, contact everywhere, and just the track was clogged. That's what happened. There were some big hits, but there were also some mild hits, so. But just a crazy crash here at North Wilkesboro. Take one more look at it. On board with the 34 of Sebastian Kugelon. Back here at North Wilkesboro, several cars are out. Josephine O'Neal, Nathan Stapleton, Larry Hagen, Ben Crouch, the 34 of Sebastian Kugelon, Josh South, Noah Clifton, all out. And we are set to have 13 laps to go. Almost 3 left for the race today. I think these tires are, worn out right now. And this is causing some chaos, especially off of turn 4. And Tyler Fink is on pit road now in the number 72. Quentin Moore out front now. And yeah, tires are definitely a factor now. Quentin Moore still out front. How about Jose Mills in the number 21? Up to second. And James Nelson up to third. Josephine O'Neal is still on the racetrack. How? I don't even want to know. But what I do know is that we are coming to 10 laps to go here in the Advent Health 400. Can Quentin Moore hold on? He's been the dominant car all night long. Well, one of the dominant cars. Jose Mills trying to close in on Quentin Moore for his first career cup win. Same with James Nelson. Same with Colton Yell. But Matthew Elwood is inside the top 5. He could maybe be able to get his third win of the season. Adam Garcia is still up here. Where in God's name did Madison Tall come from in the number 42? She's now inside the top 10. Ryan Kendall inside the top 10. Travis Crampton inside the top 10 now. And we're gonna have lap traffic with Tyler Fink here. That might change everything. 8 laps to go, coming to 7 laps to go here at North Wilkesboro. Jose Mills and James Nelson look to be a little bit faster, not a lot, but just slightly faster than Quentin Moore. But can they get by him? Quentin Moore trying to get as many, trying to do as many perfect laps as he can. Trying to get, I believe, his second career win in the Red Bull Cup Series, maybe third. But Josephine O'Neal, Jose Mills, James Nelson, and Colton Yell are all trying to get the first. Jose Mills almost got loose and spun out. Well, he did get loose, but he almost spun out off of 4. Under 5 laps to go. 4 to go this time by. Quentin Moore runs wide, but just a little bit. And RJ Bishop stops on the track. He has a mechanical issue or something. He already has a win, so it's no big deal. But that's a big problem for RJ Bishop. Right there. 3 laps to go. Quentin Moore is starting to build a gap once again on Jose Mills. catching up to Tyler Fink. Lots of the guys behind him one wide. But Quentin Moore's just running his race, running the inside lane as well. 1.5 laps to go at North Wilkesboro. He's gonna get by Tyler Fink, and that's gonna leave Jose Mills to get by him. White flag, final lap in the Advent Health 400 at North Wilkesboro. Quentin Moore does a slide job, but Tyler Fink might try to finish on the lead lap. He's gonna dive it in. Does Jose Mills have anything? No, he won't. Quentin Moore into the wall, side by side. Almost. I almost jinxed it for Quentin Moore right there. He was trapped on the high side because the lap car got into the wall again off of 4 and nearly lost the freaking thing. But Quentin Moore wins the Advent Health 400 and locks himself into the playoffs. Even though I think he probably would have been pretty good anyway, just based off of his performance recently, but that's gonna ensure him a spot into the playoffs for sure. Great win for Quentin Moore here tonight at North Wilkesboro. So, here are the finishing results here for the Advent Health 400. Quentin Moore gets it done here tonight at North Wilkesboro, I believe. His second Rebel Cup Series win. Jose Mills a close second. James Dellison in third. Great one for him. Coutinho in fourth. Matthew Alford in fifth. Adam Garcia in sixth. Nathan Faden in seventh. Travis Crampton in eighth. Madison Tall in ninth. And Roger White in 10th. Ryan Kendall in 11th. Who knows, that might be good enough to clinch his way into the playoffs as well. Carter Friesen in 12th, White Walker in 13th, Zachary Toledo in 14th, Bobby Frazier 15th, Ace Garcia 16th, Chris Salveck in 17th, Angel Avera in 18th, Christian Russell in 19th, William Plott in 20th, Ypez in 21st, Steve Thompson 22nd, Mark Davison 23rd, Farkas 24th, Patrick Smith. Sure, he was involved in some crashes tonight, but he comes home 25th, survived the carnage, a decent run for him. John Andrews 26th, Eli Bright 27th, and rounding out the cars on the lead lap was Andy Miller. Tyler Fink 1 lap down, and Josephine O'Neill finished 2 laps down. And then R.J. Bishop, Nathan Sagan, Lily Hagan, Ben Crouch, Sebastian Coupon, Noah Clifton, Josh South, Luke Queen, Sean Richardson, and Trey White. 10 cars DNF here tonight at North Wilkesboro. It was a flash fest. It was short track racing at its best. And that was an amazing race here tonight. And Quentin Moore wins here tonight in the Advent Health 400 at North Wilkesboro. Thank you guys so much for watching here for race number 14 of the season for the Rebel Cup Series. Next time out, it will be Kansas Speedway for race number 15 of the season. That will probably be sometime this week or next week. And then it's showtime. It will be Auto Club under the lights for the final race of the regular season. Who will be the regular season champ and get 15 bonus points? Who will win and get in? You just have to wait and see, and who will point the way in as well. 2 races left in the chase. 2 races before the chase. It's getting dicey, and we saw that here tonight. Drivers will do anything of what they can to win. Jose Mills almost won it off of turn number 4, just because Quentin Moore got into the outside wall off of turn number 4. So, that being said, thank God so much for watching tonight for the Advent Health 400 for race number 14 of the season for the Rebel Cup Series. For Quentin Moore, congratulations to Quentin Moore. I cannot speak anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until Kansas for race number 15, I will see you guys then. Bye.
Every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Gotta make it to the finish line. Every day, every day. Gotta make it to the finish line. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line. We know we survive, even if we crawl to the finish line. I'm a lady, underdog dreaming. Don't need no tears, world's gotta say it. Heroes never die. Gonna make it to the finish line.